guys, welcome to another Relax and Paint. And today I had somebody write in and ask me to show some initials of some letters with pretty flowers. So they're flower letters. And I thought that'd be really fun for Mother's Day because you guys could make a really pretty just mom, or you could make a really pretty initial for your mom. And so I'm going to start out and I'm going to use some pretty colors that are neutral and kind of fun. And I'm going to be on gray art paper, but you could use black. It looks really good on black and it frames really nice. So let's get started. And I want to inspire you guys to please spend time watching and painting and doing something that inspires you. As moms and grandmas and just sisters to others, we need this time for ourselves. We need this time to create, and it inspires us to keep going through different times that we live through in life. And so to put a little knowledge in your head, I'm going to teach you a few techniques as we go that will help you paint whatever you want to paint. Be sure to watch practice strokes on Fridays. And I would love for you to come join me on One Stroke Advantage, and all you do is hit join and it tells you all the details. All right. So come join us and go to One Stroke, all spelled out, .com for any brushes and paints and any needs that you need to do your one stroke adventures with me. Okay. Thank you. So don't go away, because during the lesson, I teach you more and more until you see the end and how beautiful it can become. All right. So let's get started. I'm going to come right down here and be ready to go. And now I put out some cobalt blue, some blue peacock, some lavender. This is violet pansy, some lime green and sap green. Oops. And I didn't put the white. So we want some wicker white out here. And I'm going to take just a piece of chalk, and I'm going to do an initial that I want to do. And so I'm just going to do D for Donna. How's that sound? All right. So I want you to see that there's all sorts of letters that you can get on all sorts of lettering on Pinterest, or just looking up drawing and lettering and find one that you really like. All right. So I just kind of made that up, but there's all kinds of beautiful letters that you can print out, trace, and transfer. All right. And you can look at how to trace and transfer on practice strokes with me. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little bit of green, because I think green as the background will pull in all your pretty colors. So I'm going to take my 2 script liner and make an inky, just like an ink, like you're using a fountain pen, right? So inky green, sap green. All right. And this is plaid multi-surface acrylic paint. It's wonderful. And what I'm using are my Donna Dewberry one-stroke brushes. All right. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to take my little finger. See my little finger? I'm going to come right here and pull down. Now the chalk is going to kind of sputter a little bit, your paint. So I went ahead and made it really inky so that you can pull it straight down. My little finger's pulling me, and I'm just holding it steady with these 2 fingers. Okay. And every time I move away, I go in here and roll into the paint. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is show you that I can do 1, 2, we come around this way, 3. Now, the reason you don't want to use a marker with this is you want to see that I'm pressure getting heavy, light, heavy, light. All right, that makes it look really good. Push, lift, push, and lift. Oh, my brush. I think I need to pick another script liner, because this brush, it got some paint right in it. I'm going to put that to the side. Let's pick another liner. Okay. another 2 script liner. Now, the way I made this brush is I made it so it holds lots of paint. And so it will do a lot of the stroke I want to do. So see, I can put here, then pressure, and then stand up and get thin. All right. But it can still keep going because there's lots of paint in the brush. All right. Because it holds a lot. I can put pressure and lift. Look how far it goes. And it's even hard to go on top of the chalk because the chalk is powdery. All right, I'm shaking from the heat, I think, this morning. It's hot here in Florida. And move this out of the way. I only have one piece of paper, so I'm not. This is a harder, thicker stock paper. And what it does is it doesn't wrinkle with the water and the paint. This is acrylic, which is a water base. Okay, so you're not going to see that whole painting as you go. It's going to, I mean, the whole green is going to be covered with a lot. And this is what I'm using as a mixed media. And these are gray tones that I have in here. Okay. And there are 15 sheets in here, but it is a vellum surface, which means it's smooth and is 184 pounds. So that tells you that it's not going to wrinkle up with the water inside the acrylic paint. Now, I tell you to leave this and wipe it off at the end. So you see that I don't listen to what I say, right? I just want some of this chalk to be out of here. So it doesn't distract from what you're trying to do. Now, I could also come in here. Let's look at another brush here. I'm going to get a little bit of medium and a little bit of lime green. I like to pat this, see how that spreads out the paint so I can get fresh edges here. And I'm just going to set to show you this lime green I'm putting in here. I'm going to pull it in here, stand up on the chisel. I like it when you guys write me, like I got this nice letter and say, would you please do this? And by the way, I got it this week and I'm doing it now. So I just saw it this morning. I know exactly what I'm going to do first this week. I've been traveling for 2 weeks. And so I don't even have to think. I'm going to do something somebody just recently asked me. And so believe it or not, I do listen. And if you want to send me some other ideas, I would love to see them. Okay. All right. Now we're going to use, these are all rounds here. There's a flat too. And my 10-piece brush set. What I have that you'll like is I have flats, lots of flats all the way up to 3/4. I have a couple scruffy brushes that we can use, and you're going to like those. And I have liners. So I have a 1 script liner and a 2 script liner. So this is going to make your painting easy with me. All right. So the first thing I do is find a couple of places that I want to put a little cluster. All right. So if I put my first cluster maybe right here and another one up here, that's the first thing I can do and see how it's going to turn out. See if it's something you like. All right. So this is the darker blue. So I'm going to take white, and this is my 6 flat. I'm going to take white and cobalt. I might not use all the colors I put on here, but I wanted to have a lot to get started with. So I want to dip a teeny bit of white on the edge. Okay. And then let's go here and let's create a little rose. So see, I'm going all the way around to get the shape I want. Oops, I got to really come down, don't I? All right, let's do another one. I keep coming over here and picking up little bits of white. See, so I need that dark blue cobalt in the middle. All right. And I usually do about 3 little blossoms. And where I like to go is looking at embroidered letters. Okay. And so we're looking at little flowers on these letters. And then I'm going to come right in here and I'm going to do a few little strokes to get a rose. So I came back and got more blue. Okay, so I'm going to touch, touch, touch. See how I'm just putting that white edge down. All right. Hope that's not too blurry for you to see. The white edge, white edge. Chisel, chisel. Okay. All right, let's hold it up a little bit more and see if you can see it better there. Focus, focus. All right. So the other way I can come up here while I've got that same color is I'm going to come up to this point. And let's try doing, I'm going to keep picking up white. I've got the blue. All right. It looks a little fuzzy to me. All right, so we're going to come right in here. All right. Okay, a little bit more here. Let's do a few rosebuds. All right, so rosebud over here. I keep picking up white. All right. Now this one down here, I can go ahead and do a little bit of rosebud coming up, okay? And that's the size of a rose, but I will just get a little bit smaller over here. All right, a little bit of rosebud here. 1, 2, 3, 4, little. All right. So a little bit higher, there we go. Okay, before I put any more on here, I'm going to use my 2 flat and I'm going to pick up the sap and I can get just a touch of the lime. All right, so I'm going to do little strokes. Let's pick up a little bit more lime. Got a shadow there. All right. I'm going to keep picking up the green. So I'm going to pick up the lime and the sap. Both of these are great greens, and this is the 2 flat. All right, sap and green, lime. All right, see that little bright green? It really helps it. There we go. It's coming down here a little bit. So see, that's mostly lime, so I can go pick up a little bit more sap. Okay. Or you could just do all lime. All right, all lime. and add a few of those on top. Or you could do all sap and add a few of those on top. All right, so isn't that kind of pretty? So let's come here. Let me show you this. Here's all sap. Too flat. It's not good. Let's get it where it's not in the shadow. All right, then I can come back with some lime. So it's hard to load a very small brush. So I've got a couple of tricks if you stay on that I'll show you. Makes it easier for you. Okay, so let me just get some lime. Here we go. Now something else that looks good that we'll do a little bit later is put little dots, and they make it really pretty. Now what I did notice is that this, when I did the citrus or the lime green, I went over this a little bit so I can come back down and clean it up. Okay. All right, now what I want to do is take this one script liner for small stuff. All right, but the 2 script liner gets a finer line. Just remember that. All right, so I'm going to pick up, if you can see right here, I'm just picking up white on the whole round brush, and it's thick white. It's not inky. So then what I'm going to do is steady my little finger, and we're going to do little daisy strokes. And I'll turn it around. All right, so let's look right here. 1, see, I push down left, picking up white. It's thick white, it's not inky. All right, so see those little teeny daisies, just kind of make it. And I can do little buds like this, 1, 2, 3. All right, now what's important that I just didn't do there is I push and I lift, push and lift, push and lift. So it's not thick all the way. So isn't that kind of cute? Just little bits. All right, so let's come right in here. 1, 2, push, lift, right on top of wet paint. Wet on wet, it's fine. All right, so just little rosebuds and little daisies make a really nice look here. So I'm going to keep turning around so the shades is not in the shadow. All right. I'm going to come right here. 1, 2. All right. There we go. Got lots of birds this morning outside chirping. All right, so see, that's so pretty already. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of yellow, some daffodil yellow. That's not a little bit, that's a lot. I have different tools that help you do little small points. And I think I sold all my little tools. Oh, there it is. It is a kiss tool. It looks like a little kiss. And I just grab a little bit of that, and I can put multiple little dots in here. And it's rubber. This tool's rubber, so it's really nice. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Makes really nice little dots. All right. So see those little dots here. Okay. All right. Now, a couple of things. That's a kiss stool when you go look online. All right, on my site. Now I'm going to take and get a little bit of inky in between here. I roll those two kind of together. And I like that I can do a little vine that's not showing. All right, so we just take that vine around. I could take a little bit of the lime in it. This is a 2 script liner. It's not the one, because this 2 will do the fine little lines here. All right, so a little bit of curl. Just a little bit of a curl there. Okay. And I can bring a little bit down here. You see, I'm going to go on this side. Little bit. All right, so just a light loose curl. So these are a couple simple steps you can do. You can start out with the main ladder and line it up. Then you can do a couple of clusters, or you could do the whole entire ladder. All right, and then I'm going to come in here with, I still want it little, so I think I'm going to use the 2 and come in here and add some little. So I'm going to take white with the, wait a minute. We're going to take the main color. This is what I was going to show you a little bit later. I'll show you right now. I'm going to take the 2 flat, and it's so small to double load. So what I started doing over the years is I take a 6 or 2, 8, anything lower than a 12, and I can load one solid color, the darkest color, or if you want white with a teeny bit of pink, you would just add a teeny bit of pink. And then I'm going to side stroke the white. Okay, so violet pansy and white. All right. Now, one thing that looks kind of fun is that I can add some little blossoms here by going up and back down. All right, let's see this lavender up and back down. I'd like to teach it larger so y'all can see it better, but I need to put the white here. The white goes up and then back down. And you see the little purple blossom. Kind of a little bit like a touch of a tulip kind of. So look, up and slide back down, up. And the white is doing the stroking to get the shape of the petal. And it's got the violet pansy in the middle. All right, and so I did violet pansy and a little bit of white. All right, and we come right up here and do that stroke. So just little bits of pansy. We can also use the handle of the brush. All right, and get some little violet pansy, little dots. Okay. You can also put some white in here. And I had purple on here, so it gave a little bit of purple on there. Okay, so let's do violet pansy here again. All right, little dots. 1, 2, 3, and as you put the dots on, they get smaller and smaller. All right. Little bits of purple. All right, then I'm just going to pick up the white, and it's got the violet pansy still on it. So when I put it there, some of the violet pansy is going to show. 1, 2, 3. All right, so see, just a little bit like that really makes it, and a little bit of violet pansy. So I'm going to put violet pansy, a little bit of white, and I'm going to come up here and add a few petals here. Let's add a little bit of white. And there we go. So I hope you guys like that. It's all about lining up, chalking in your letter or tracing it on. Put some little vines around to add little detail, dots and little flowers. These little teeny daisies and little rosebuds are really fun. So I hope you enjoy, and please share Donna Dewberry's original one stroke group. There we are. Come share, and we would love you to share with us. Come and see what we've got and share what you do. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.